Okay, I managed to clear MOC08 with a level 70 team. Wow, that was difficult. Okay, so what I did here is my usual team up here as usual, and then the second team is a bit different. I used Jingyuan, Tingyun, March, and Clara. So what I did here was to let March shield Clara, and then March shield herself, and that way the two enemies will direct attacks onto Clara and March. So Jingyun, no, yeah, Jingyun will act as a sub DPS on the final phase of the second battle. The first phase of the battle, you're going to fight all these ads, and Jingyuan will be your main DPS. So Tingyun will need to buff Jingyuan on this first wave. The second wave, however, you will face one Void Ranger Trampler, and then you will still buff Jingyuan, or if you want, you can also buff Clara. But March and Clara will need to share skill points, so one of them will need to shield the other, and then the one of them will need to generate skill points for their ultimate, which in this case is Clara. So you need to balance out. And then for the final phase of the battle, the final wave, you'll face two Tramplers. So at this point, Jingyuan will act as a sub DPS, while Clara will act as a main DPS. It's a bit risky, but it works. So March will consistently need to keep Clara's heal at full health, and when the Tramplers start charging the arrow, you immediately try to freeze them, or you try to shield Clara to get as much pseudo health as much as possible, while Tingyun also supports Clara, and Tingyun uses her ultimate on Clara instead of Jingyuan, and Jingyuan will only act as sub DPS. So the first fight, very simple. You need to kill the two weavers first before you kill the shadow. Once you kill the two weavers and the shadow, then you will face the Eyes Out of Space and the Guardian Shadow. So what you need to do is to kill the Eyes Out of Space first as quickly as possible. Then you kill the Guardian Shadow. And this is by far the easiest way to do it. So for my team, Sealer's first team, so I did this, and 5491 is decent, and I used attack as my main start on my boot, as well as Space Healing Station, and I just use skill as much as possible. In Memory of Chaos 07, I had to use basic attack all the time on the final fight, and it worked for me. Because why so? Is because Natasha cannot keep up with the healing rate, but in Memory of Chaos 08 is a lot easier because Natasha can keep up with the healing rate even at level 60, but for this run I did Natasha at level 70, so it's a little bit easier for the team, and nothing much has changed for my Trailblazer, and Natasha's Traces has not been upgraded yet. Bronya's still the same, nothing has changed. I just used my Machine Cogs and my 4-piece Musketeer. Jingyuan, nothing changed also, but then the main highlight I want to put out is Clara, which will finally got her crit rate body. Finally, after 175 runs on Cavern of Corruption, finally this one piece had dropped. So happy, finally. But my boot is horrible, and I admit it, I couldn't get a good boot. Substats are horrible. If I can, my god roll will be effect hit. No, my effect rest. My god roll will be effect rest, so I can stack and get at least 30% effect rest. That is my god roll for the boot, but I haven't been able to get the boot, and I switched out Space Healing Station with Salsoto, and my Salsoto has a near god roll of having defense and crit rate, as well as effect rest. Near god roll, but my sphere is a bit horrible though. But at least have effect rest, so it's nice. And effect rest is very necessary for MOC 08. That's what I feel. And HP is nice to have. that's pretty much it. And using my champion headgear head, I managed to make it level 15. I was lucky enough and got a crit rate up as my final start level up. My hands are still the same, double crit, as well as my head double crit, and pretty much it. I'm so happy I got the body in. So now Clara has 60.7 and 77.8. So just nice, just nice. And with 22.4 effect rest. Very, very beautiful. Much hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. Tingyun also has not changed. So to summarize for this team, Team 1 is a lot easier than Team 2. I already said so as in the beginning. And you just need to kill whoever is the weaker enemy first. So Weavers die, then your Guardian Shadow will die, and then on the last fight, you need to kill Ice out of space first before you kill the Guardian Shadow. Then done. Simple. It's very simple. Then this fight you use Jing Yuan as your main DPS for the first 2 waves, and then Clara will be your main DPS for the final wave. Will be 2 Tramplers. And reason why is because Clara can break the Tramplers, and March can also use her ultimate and freeze the Tramplers when they fully charge the arrow. So that's how I managed to clear MOC 08 at 2 stars.